Welcome back! This time we're going to do the interior of the Cozy Co-op. All of the lots, well, all of them, there's just 3. The 3 lots of family fun stuff have alliteration in their name. Oh, so funny! So, yeah, the interior this time. Decided to go with a little bike rack because, like I said, bicycles are everywhere. I forgot to place bicycles though, so it's kind of empty. I wish the game had functional bicycles. That could be quite fun, you know. You had like a bicycle, and then a motorbike, and then a car. So that would be, you know, like healthy. Going to your work on your bicycle, like that could, you know, do something for like sporty sims or like the conditioned sims. I don't know which one, but yeah, just bicycles. Like, can't be that hard. I don't think Sims 4 has bicycles, do they? They should make like a transport pack. You just get bicycles, motorcycles, and like cars, and maybe instead of a carpool, you can go like by bus or something. I don't know. What am I talking about? So I decided to go with sort of the hallway, although this house doesn't really have a hallway. It's kind of more of a hall area. Of course, plants. When I get interrupted, it's usually plants. Downside of these cool windows, there's not like a lot of cool curtains that fit on them, except for these kind of Santiago blinds, which I will use on the other windows, but for the interior I decided to use these wispy see-through curtains. Ooh, because they look fancy. But for all the other windows I used these Santiago Roman blinds because, you know, they're cool. So this floor plan is kind of interesting because you have kind of the hall area, and then to the left you have kind of a very big area that's kitchen and dining. And then you have kind of the area to the right, which is more, I suppose, living room. That's how I interpret this lot. I deleted all of the objects and I didn't like check where they originally put them, but I assume that's what they did. So that's what I did as well. But you kind of have this space in the front where I'm currently decorating that's kind of empty and kind of like, what am I going to put over here? I always put like a little sort of, you know, a coat hanging area, although that's mainly just decorative. And I always put like sort of a end table or a side table, sideboard. So you could technically put the bills there and kind of a mirror, because usually people in their own houses have like mirrors. We do, at least, and I know some other people who do, so yeah, otherwise it's kind of a, well, I don't want to say waste of space, but yeah, it's a waste of space. But nice shoes. I don't know, I always like decorating these kind of little hall areas. It only misses, the only thing I miss is like an umbrella or something. You know, I need to put something there. I guess you could technically delete all of that and put like some pet stuff there. If you want to like have a dog, you just put a pet bed there and maybe like a bowl. You could, yeah, that could have easily been, I could have easily done that, but yeah, I didn't think of that. Instead, I just wasted like almost 5 minutes, well, which is actually 20 minutes on, decorating a whole area. Stupid tree bleeding through the wall, go away. Bye, tree. So over to the kitchen. I decided to go for very modern sort of kitchen units, kitchen counters. This one, Spasha kitchen or Spacia. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a new kitchen. It's a slave to the famous Kitchen Basic, or is it Kitchen Basic? I always forget. Yeah, it's the Kitchen Basic set by Buggy Boo's. It's one of the most versatile, awesome kitchen sets ever, and if you don't have it, like, why? Why must you be so weird? But yeah, so very clever of, I think it's Beautiful Nerd Kitty, and very clever of the, you know, slaving this set to that, the well-known set, because I think most people have it, so you immediately have like a bunch of colors, and yeah, awesome. Had some fights with a fridge. I was like, I don't know which to pick. I knew I wanted to have a white one, so that's one. That's something. Decided to go for this big square Smeg fridge. I'm not sure if other people would put it next to the door, but that seemed the best place for me. I decided to remove this particular sideboard, the kind of with the wheels, because the slots are not at the right height. So if your sim would put like a bill on there, it would vanish into nothing. You know, you would get all these messages, oh, you're not paying your bills, and you'd be like, where is my bill? I can't find them. I used to suffer from that problem a lot, so then the repo man came. I was like, I still don't know where the bill is. Luckily, I think at one point, or maybe they did it from the beginning, you can click on the mailbox and just say pay all bills. Probably for suckers like me who lose their bills. So to keep the kitchen decoration very simple, so just like one plant and a knife rack, got like no extra like cupboards or like little shelves. I struggle with this kind of, I wanted to put like a sort of, what do you call that, backsplash, right? Yeah, backsplash near the stove, but the stove is like 1.5 tiles, so, and everything's like one tile, and so I just decided to put them over each other, but they kind of bleed through each other, so not perfect, but I can manage to live with it. Mainly because, you know, I just made the lot and I'm done with it. I have not played in years. It's bizarre. I was building a neighborhood in my free time a while ago, but I still have not played. So I've been downloading all these face sliders, but I have not made a sim with them at all. But maybe I should just boot up like Buddy Shop again and just make some sims for fun, and then never do anything with them. But so moving on, I kind of struggled with the dining area because it's actually quite a big space. So it's, you know, it's like, God, what kind of table do I use? A big like 3 tiles and like square table. I just didn't feel that would just kind of work, and I kind of wanted to go for a round table, but it just feels like slightly too big, this area. Maybe I should have made the kitchen a little bit bigger, but that wasn't an option because of the 2 windows. And like I said before, that marina set, it's beautiful, the window set, but there are no kitchen height or counter height windows, so yeah. And I couldn't really build an island because it would kind of, you know, just get too, you say that, too narrow everywhere. I was like, ugh, never mind, I'll just struggle to find a table, and I finally decided to go for a round one. I quite like this one, even though I'm not in love with it, but it'll do. For now, we will see how we'll change it. So to go for these awesome chairs, these awesome BSO chairs, they are very pretty. Thank you for 13 Pumpkin for converting them, they are awesome. So to go for the nice little sort of, is that also teal or is that turquoise? Again, the teal kind of color looks very pretty. Kind of matches the walls, but not too much. So yeah, I decided to go for this table. But I still feel there's like so much space left, so I just started chucking plants everywhere. Like, if you ever have a lot and you don't know whose lot it is, and there's like a ton of plants, it's probably mine. When in doubt, place plants. And I say this as someone who has a mom who has a living room, which is, okay, there's less plants now, but at one point there were 60 plants in one living room. It was like a jungle. We have a lot of hanging plants in the kitchen. It's actually pretty cool, but I started counting them. I was like, Mom, we got 60. She's like, yeah, I know. Not face at all. He's like, yeah, we got 60 plants. She started buying all these really like odd plants. Like, I don't know any names, but there were definitely plants we had never had before. So it's kind of like, okay, that's cool. What is this? All these kind of weird sort of succulents and cacti and. But it looks really cool. Makes your living room look really nice. So yeah, the sitting area and TV area. I also wanted to put like a desk with a computer there, so that's why I'm putting this little area very close to each other. The sofa. It's very close to the wall, technically. There's like some sort of golden rule that your couch has to be so far from the TV if your TV is this many inches and blah blah blah. It's like sort of a golden rule. Because if you have a really big TV, you don't want to, sit in like a meter in front of it because that will hurt your eyes. But if you have like a small TV, you don't want to sit too far. Like, I don't know if there's like an official like calculation, like sort of formula for it, but I remember my dad talking about it. That he had bought a TV that was optimal for the living room because of the size and the couch and the distance, blah blah blah. So I think maybe this TV is technically a little bit too big, but I was like, it's The Sims, who cares? I could technically put the big cinema screen on there, which will bleed through the ceiling and stuff like that, and through the walls, but it could work. Sims don't mind. So lately I've been struggling with these little sort of sideboard end tables sort of to put underneath all of these wall TVs that I've got, because so many of them are like too high or just one tile, and I know that nowadays people don't have like these big VCR units or DVD players even, but you still want to have kind of it's called a TV like unit, I suppose. But you still want to have like a thing to put like maybe DVDs or a DVD player. But I just find that a lot of the tables that I've got that just they're not perfect, so that's kind of been bugging me for a while. So if you think that I'm using a lot of the same stuff when it comes to TV areas, you are absolutely right. It's because I'm just struggling to put something decent, underneath it. Because you can't use like a table height sideboard because your TV would just be standing way too high for you to sit on the sofa. And I know, again, technically it doesn't matter for The Sims because they'll just look at the screen. They don't care if it's too high, but it just looks weird. I'm not a super realistic designer, but I know that has to, look a little bit okay. So behind the little TV area, I decided to go for like a little desk to, put a computer in there because computers are life. And a little bookcase. I realized that, what kind of realized that this is called a cozy co-op, and it's the family fun stuff, but there's just only one bedroom. And I know technically family doesn't have to have kids, but it feels kind of odd because the whole pack is kind of focused on the whole. There's a lot of kid stuff in there, so which was kind of surprising because only one of the 3 lots actually uses that kid stuff, which is horrible, especially the aquatic stuff. I can tolerate like the princessy castle stuff, but the aquatic set is just hideous. it's disgusting. It's, ugh. Some of those objects are just so, they have ugly shapes, they have ugly colors, they almost look flood-filled, sorry. Like, what were they thinking? It's so bad. So maybe it's a good thing that only one of the lots has that particular set. The second lot, what was it called? The Haute Habitation, that actually used all of the fancy stuff from the pack, so the masks and I think the globe and stuff like that. But yeah, this one is actually, yeah, it isn't really, this lot didn't strike me as like a special stuff pack lot, you know? Didn't really have anything special to it. This could have just easily been one of the base game lots, to be perfectly honest. Maybe it's the idea that this lot has, because it's quite small, but there's quite a lot of space left, that technically you could expand this lot, maybe. I don't know what they were thinking. Because if you think about it, like the nightlife lots, you know, lobby lots, all had like the driveway, because that was the thing from nightlife, and all of the, some of the lots of the university pack, of course, were like the dorm rooms, so they were all kind of, the lots from Blue Water Village were mostly like business lots. So yeah, this one is kind of an odd duck. But yeah, let's talk about the lot again, about Cozy Co-op. Decided to go for this bedroom, decided to go for, I haven't used that particular bed build set for a while. It's actually pretty cool. It's kind of a headboard on which the bed and the side tables like are attached. It's actually quite cool. Except, you know, it's a 5x5 room, so always kind of struggling with kind of, you know, the bed should technically be in the middle or kind of pushed to the side, and then you have like the dresser, and where do you put the dresser? Like, sometimes bedrooms give me so much stress, you know? For some reason decided to go for everything as wood. I don't know, it just felt right. And I just decided, you know, to fill up the space with some plants, because that's just me, and I already put some lamps down, so I guess plants. Instead of lamps or plants, there's like nothing else. There's not a lot of other deco I could put there. Nice little sofa. And now the bed blanket part. I've been trying to avoid the Jonesy bed blanket for a while. I'm doing quite well. Using some of my other stuff. Yeah, I have so many other bed blankets, so it's okay for me to avoid Jonesy for a while. I decided for this time to go for this Rising Sun bedding, because that has a kind of purplish tone that kind of fits that wall. It's such a gray purplish. It's a very odd color, but yeah, purple blanket, purple sofa or love seat. Sorry, works great. But then of course, paintings. Oh dear. I always feel like in the bedroom I always end up with the same paintings. Always like these 3 paintings or the other like 3 paintings. I don't know. Because usually in bedrooms I'll need like small paintings that are more like, you know, in a vertical, horizontal, you know, and rectangular paintings, I suppose. So that's probably why I end up with the same ones over and over again. So yeah, the back garden is not very exciting, but oh, I just noticed that they will probably eat their dinner in the garden because of the proximity of that table compared to the actual dining table. Oops. I wish you could like set a dining table. You know, you could be like, this is dining table. Just like you can, you know, this is my bed, this is their bed. But Yeah, this game. Anyway, that was it for the first lot. We are 1/3 done with family fun stuff. Yay!